Mental Training 101. And now back to Get Warrior Tough with Andrew and Dutch.
Man, oh, Shevitz, where did the hour go? It's the last segment already, Dutch.
Hey, man, time flies when you're having fun.
I don't believe it. You got facts to back that up? Because it doesn't even matter if you do, because I don't care. I believe what I want to believe. Don't confuse me with the facts. And never let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Fact.
I mean, it's amazing. It really is that society has made any advancements at all, man. I'm just, the more I get to know, and I'm one of the guys that say, man, if you know how the brain works, you're a genius. But we're just like our own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're right. We've made it work. I mean, I tell you, I don't know if it's dumb luck. I don't know if it's if it's still going to end soon. Like we're just like, are we at the end of our rope, or are we in
just
the middle?
Getting started? I don't know, man. It's shocking. It's not. I mean, and this is why what we do is so important when we're teaching critical thinking. It is so important, and there are outliers, but that's what happened. The advancements that have been made in humankind have been because critical thinkers have taken evidence and fact, overrode their confirmation bias as best they could, right, and moved forward, and progress was made.
And it doesn't mean that you can't have beliefs and you can't be dug in with stuff, but most of the time when you're a critical thinker, you're not going to find yourself trapped in foolishness, right?
Right.
Because you've
into
thought
a corner. Right?
Yeah, you've thought about what you've done. And we all think we've thought about the things we've done, but go back when you have some time tomorrow, just sit and think about all the things that you haven't thought about that you're doing. Think about all the things that you do on a daily basis that haven't been vetted. The things that you have believed in for years and accepted for years that you hadn't actually thought about. I guarantee you there's a long list of them in your life that you just accepted without digging in and finding out why you believe what you believe. And it's not gonna hurt you. It's gonna help you more than anything. And it may even reinforce some things that you already believe that you by luck accepted what was real. And now you're gonna reinforce that, and you're gonna support it with real data and real information.
Right. I mean, and I could just start stringing them off. Beliefs that you have accepted, you never vetted them. Like, if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Who told you that? I mean, seriously, like, okay, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you know that thing that was called the telegraph? I know this is way before your time, but my time, the telegraph, Morse code, right there. That was not broken. It worked just fine. That's how they communicated across the country. You got a telegram. Telegram, right? It was not broken. So what the heck was Alexander Graham Bell doing inventing the phone?
I mean, and pretty much everything on the planet was about the desire by someone to continuously improve something we already had, right?
That wasn't broke.
And that goes against one of the most famous sayings: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, if there were people that went with the masses, because that's what the masses say. Yeah. If it wasn't for these individual superstars,
right,
that went against the grain, we would be still doing, was it kerosene?
Kerosene, dude, because electricity came along, and the Rockefellers were like, hey, man, kerosene, they own Standard Oil, so they're going to tell you electricity is dangerous. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Kerosene lamps. Right, we wouldn't be doing this show right now because of the technology, because we would still be, lighting a kerosene lamp and using a Dixie cup with a string so we could hear each other.
Yeah.
There's one right there. And, they're just on and on and on, right? Another one is, a penny saved
is a penny earned.
Who told you that? That doesn't even make sense. It's just nonsense. Did you?
You know how many corporations wouldn't be around if that was real? If there wasn't somebody who bucked that?
I mean, unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, right? And they're just on and on and on. I mean, we could sit here and do an entire show. I could just cue one up, because I do it we do it on the road all the time. Well, I'll be in an audience and I'll just start queuing one up after another one. Boom, and the whole crowd, they'll answer every single one of them. Boom, 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 boom. I'd be like, there you go.
And people will convince themselves, even after hearing this stuff, people will convince themselves that they're not one of the people that are doing these things.
Yeah, it's never us. So we could talk, and so I always say that. I know it's nobody in here, so we could talk openly about them. And everybody's like, yeah, right? I mean, so it's nobody in this room, right? It's nobody in our radio audience, so we could talk openly about these people that have confirmation bias, that have unvetted beliefs. And really, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why there's so few inventors, right? If you think about the population, and you took what percentage of the population are out there inventing things, right?
Right.
It's an embarrassingly low number, right? Because those are the only one that few are the ones that are challenging what we say and what we do as a people, right?
Right. We call it conventional wisdom, quote quote.
Right. They're bucking that, and the most of us are going right along with the stream. We're right wherever the river or the stream is flowing. We're just jumping in and we're going right with it, right? And so if we had everyone thinking critically, think about the number of inventors, the number of improvements that will happen in the world, the number of changes positively that would affect us as a people positively. If everyone was critical thinkers, if everyone was looking forward, trying to continuously improve processes or products or ways of thinking, the whole world would be completely different than what we're even dealing with now.
Yeah, we would be doing the little Star Trek transporters, and we'd have warp drive and all that stuff. Right. Seriously,
we're too busy fighting the few that are trying to make it better. We're fighting them. Conventional wisdom is fighting those people.
That's why it goes back to my other point. I'm just shocked that we're made it this far. I mean, knowing people, you're just like shocked. But that's why it's so important. Again, roll it back around to become a critical thinker. Have a process of how you think your thoughts. Have a way that you have an honest assessment and say, you know what, I'm being biased right here. And it's okay if as long as you can recognize it, then we can work around it. It's when you're like, I'm not biased. Okay, you're a human, so wrong. You are biased. I'm not prejudiced. Wrong. Everybody prejudges. Mm-hmm. It's called making assumptions. Yep. Everybody does it. If you're, denying it, you're like, oh, there ain't no cats around here. Chomp. I don't believe cats exist. I don't believe in crocodiles. You remember that book from when we were kids? I don't believe in crocodiles. I don't believe in crocodiles. I don't believe in crocodiles. It was that crazy little monkey. Remember the crazy monkey? He didn't believe in crocodiles, so he was gonna, he could go swimming in the river because he didn't believe in crocodiles.
That must have been one of those books in black and white. Like it was before crayons.
It was like back down the day with like Curious George and Cat in the Hat, man. I don't know.
Was that this one room schoolhouse days? When there was the one book in there, and it was I don't believe in crocodiles.
Yeah, and we did just fine because facts don't matter anyway, so we only needed one book full of facts because we ain't paying attention to them anyway.
Well, I'm glad someone came up with the notion of having more than one classroom in the building instead of just that one and putting all the groups. See, some person bucked that conventional wisdom of just putting everybody in all the grades in one room.
Yeah,
and they said, hey, how about we divide the kids up according to grades and ages?
That was just dumb. Because the other thing wasn't broke. I don't know why they're trying to fix it. And a bird in the hand is worth two
in the bush.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means, man. And half a loaf is better than none.
Half a loaf. I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, half a loaf is better than none.
Half a loaf is better than none. I mean, it makes sense because it is.
I guess. No, I'm like, no. Buy the bakery, man. Keep your half loaf.
I mean, isn't a half a loaf better than if you don't have any?
No, not if you're cutting carbs. If you ain't eating grains, no. You shouldn't have any loaf. The early bird
gets the worm.
Why would you want a worm anyway, man? Like, first off, why? I don't want worms. I'm not eating them. So why would I get up extra early just so I could get them? Unvetted beliefs. They're just on and on and on. But no, really, because what we're saying, people were like, I think they get the idea that they can't have beliefs. No, that's the opposite. When you vet the beliefs, they're so strong that now you don't have to worry about it. You know that you know that you know because you went through the process.
Yeah, you're never worse off having vetted something. Because if you hadn't vetted, it was going to end at some point, and it could end in a disaster. So nothing is better off not being vetted.
And this is why people don't don't read opposite points of view. And I'll just tell you, man, I'm a big reader, right? I don't like to watch TV as much, for news and stuff, but I want to read it. So I have 2 apps on my phone. They're like sit next to each other. One is the Drudge Report and one is the Huffington Post. They're like the exact opposites, and I read both of them voraciously because I want to see everybody's different points of view. Chances are, I don't buy into either one of them necessarily.
Well, the thing that I like about those is it allows you to hear both points of view.
Right.
And when you read both, it allows you to be different based on the subject matter.
And then you can discern, right? You could be discerning of facts.
Absolutely.
And weed out the truth.
People think that when you are a Huffington Post person, that you have to stay on that side of the table.
Right,
no
and I
matter
write for them, man. I write for the Huffington Post. So, of course, I'm going to have certain bias towards Huffington Post because listen, dude, I'm on the team.
Right.
Almost be heretical. Could I say heretical? I'm like a heretic for even saying Drudge Report. How dare I? They're like the competition.
Yeah, we can have I know we only got about a minute left, but we can have an entire show based on towing party lines and subscribing to certain ideologies and different, as opposed to going issue to issue or moment to moment or subject matter to subject matter.
Critical thinking.
We can do an entire hour just on those examples.
Because it's detrimental to folks to drink the Kool-Aid, which we already know it's detrimental. That's what happened. They drank the Kool-Aid, they all died. It's not good to drink the Kool-Aid, but yet towing the party line, drinking the Kool-Aid, getting, not thinking for yourself. We have been called sheep before by smarter people than me. They were right. This article in the New Yorker kind of lays that whole thing out. We didn't even get to the parts about groupthink and, community knowledge. And
well, I tell you what, it's in the New Yorker. Go check it out. Elizabeth Colbert. Why facts don't change our minds.
Yeah, it's a long read, but it's great because there's a lot of facts in there, and we didn't even get to the part like how we could change it. You can change minds. Mm-hmm. But you have to have an emotional. You have to have an emotional bent to it. You have to draw on people's emotions, and again, that's what People Whisper. Part of what we do. You've got to be able to persuade people. People are persuaded by emotion, not by fact. And
as we close, I'm going to say this: come see us at www.getwarriortough.com. We can help you get where you need to be. We can help you be amongst the few of us that actually don't mind vetting our beliefs, that don't mind critically thinking through things. Check us out. We can help you get there.